Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro and today's video about Mars transit. Mars is transiting and bringing something very different for all the 12 ascendants, but how and when? Let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akashji.
Namaskar, Rohitji, Ram Ram. Thank you so much. So, Mangal Devta is transiting now. And this transit is special. That's why we are making the video. It is going to be transiting on 13th of September till 27th of October. And this is the time the Pitra Paksh is also going on. So, Mangal Devta is transiting during this time. Now, when we start with all the 12 signs, and we will start with first Aries ascendant. If you see here, Mars is now finally going to be coming into the Kendra. Mars is the lord of the Kendra, Lagna, and coming to the 7th house. Now, before this transit, Mars was for a long time in the sign of Virgo, 6th house. So those who have been had any kind of Mars Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantardasha, Sukshma Prana Dasha, any kind of Dasha, wherever Mars was active, you must have seen some kind of possible challenges in the area related to your enemies or workplace. Because what has happened is that Mars and Mercury are not very good in terms, and they are enemies. And here in this situation, when Mars was in the sign of Virgo, it would have created a lot of challenges in your workplace, health wise also, like small accidents, problem related to going to clinics, blood work. So many things must have happened when Mars was in the sign of Virgo. But now it is entering into the sign of Libra. Now here also Mars does not have very great friendship with we can say Venus, but and Mars has given Venus the Maraka state. So we have to be very careful during this transit, especially for the health of your spouse or of your partner. That is number one. Anyone who's doing any kind of signatures or any kind of things related to do with their, with the partnership or starting new projects, you have to be very careful. See, Mars is putting an exalted aspect on the 10th house, which is very powerful here, but still Mars does not feel very comfortable in the sign of Libra. So majority and the most important thing is to be very careful whenever you are signing any contracts, because 7th house is the house of signing contracts, negotiating on contracts. So in these two areas you have to be very careful. Work wise, very beautiful time. Ascendant lord in the 7th house sometimes give you new job opportunities, new um, you know promotions or some hierarchy. That is good, but we have to be very careful in commitment. Any commitment, and especially partnership business, they have to be extra careful during this time. Mars has three aspects here. I told you the fourth aspect is on the 10th house, which is very powerful. It's an exalted aspect. Mars is very good here. Mars is looking at the Lagna, which is own sign. So you will be also feeling very much power. Those who are going through health problems may now feel much better. And Mars is also with the eighth aspect looking at the second house. So good time for investments as well. So if you are thinking of investments, this is a very beautiful time. Now, Mars enters into Swati Nakshatra on 23rd of September 2025. Swati Nakshatra is a nakshatra of Rahu. Now, Mars controls Rahu, and Swati Nakshatra is all about, dominance. You will see that in the area of partnership, you will be very dominant after this time. And not only that, Swati Nakshatra is very auspicious nakshatra. With Rahu, especially in the 11th house, there may be some big gains in partnership between 23rd of September till 13th of October. So, only suggestion is that we have to be careful. We have to be understanding that okay, we have to read all the documents and everything, but also on the other hand we have to be looking for more opportunities of partnerships, because there is a possibility when Rahu enters into Rahu's nakshatra, you are going to get very powerful, what you say, powerful results. Same way, when Mars will enter into the nakshatra of Vishakha, 13th of October, it is the nakshatra of Jupiter. And now see, this is where expansion starts happening. Jupiter has an aspect on the 7th house right now. If you are see right now, Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini, and the fifth aspect in the sign of Libra. So such a beautiful placement of Mars entering into Vishakha Nakshatra and Jupiter aspecting here. Those people who are thinking of marriage, those people who are thinking of getting into new commitments, those people who are thinking of proposing or looking for a date for marriage. The Pitra Pakshas also ended or will end after 23rd or 21st. So after that, Mars being in Vishakha Nakshatra is a very good time to decide when and how you want to get into a marriage relationship or an engagement, or even those who are trying for getting into new relationships. You will see very powerful possibilities in this time. All the very best. Do subscribe. There is a WhatsApp link in the description where you can contact and we can talk one-on-one. So all the best for this transit. And those who are going through Mars Mahadasha, only careful in negotiation and contracts, but otherwise look for opportunities. Something very great is going to be cooking for you guys. All the very best. Thank you. Now here for Taurus ascendant, we will look at Mars entering into the 6th house from the ascendant and looking at the 12th house, looking at the 9th house, looking at the Lagna. So there are 3 places where Mars is looking right now. And here in this sign, it comes and makes a yoga called Viprit Raj Yoga. What is Viprit Raj Yoga? Let us understand that, those people who are learning astrology. Whenever there will be exchange between 6th house, 8th house and 12th house lords, either they will come to 6, 8 or 12, it will be called as Viprit Raj Yoga. In this Viprit Raj Yoga, it means that there may be trouble or trouble-like situations, but it will be very, very powerful in the end and you are going to be victorious. And this is that placement of Mars where victory is promised. In a very beautiful sense, victory is promised. Now, Mars, there are 2 very important things. Taurus ascendant people, those who are going through judicial problems, especially problems related to property, problems related to dispute in your any kind of judicial dispute, somewhere where court dates are coming. It's such a powerful time that you are going to make it. You are going to make it during this time. Absolutely amazing. And that the reason is because of Mars putting the 4th aspect on the 9th house. 9th house is the house of judicial victory. So Mars is going to give you some very great news during this time in the judicial system. Also, this brings to another very, very powerful thing in workplace. If there is any politics that is happening around you, you may get victorious in that also. Now, while Mars is entering into Libra, Mars was into the sign of Virgo, right? And Virgo is not a very, very great sign for Mars. But here you must have seen either education-wise some kind of expensive must have happened. For your children, expensive must have happened. Sudden travels must have happened and expenses must have happened. For creative pursuits, like joining some education stuff, but not actually continuing there, not working, not trying to go, a waste of money basically. That must have happened. Now this is the time that you may repair all those things because Mars is in a good place. Now, whenever Mars is in the 6th, 8th, and 12th house, it's called Dushtana. And in Dushtana, that means in all these negative houses, malefics give better results because they have the power to fight Viprit conditions, means wrong conditions. So, such a beautiful time for Taurus ascendant people with this transit Mars in the 6th house. Only thing that during this time, health-wise, we have to be careful because Mars looks at the 12th house, its own sign, Aries, and here it can create some hospital visits, either for yourself, either for your family members. Better, those who can do, and those who are going through Mars Mahadasha, Antardasha, or Pratyantardasha, in these 3 layers, if Mars is active, they should do some blood donation. Or not even that, they should just go to a clinic and get their blood work done to check what is happening. This may give you very, 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 very possible, if there is any problems, it may come on surface. That is what is Viprit Raj Yoga. If you are going through a problem, it will come on surface. And your destiny is so powerfully active that everything will be in your favor. Mars is with the 8th aspect is looking on your 1st house. That means your whole current nature, your environment of your own self will become more of a research-oriented environment. Research will be the major part in your life. Mars will enter into the nakshatra of Swati here. Swati nakshatra is a nakshatra ruled by Rahu. Again, in the 6th house, when Mars enters into the nakshatra of Swati, it gives victory in any battle. If you're in any competition, if you're in any education, if you're in any interview, everywhere victory comes towards you. Swati Nakshatra is a very auspicious nakshatra. In fact, when Mars will enter into Swati Nakshatra, and when Moon and Mars will make a conjunction in Swati Nakshatra, in the transit, Moon will come here. After 23rd of September, between 13th of October, wealth is also going to be seen during that. Some great communication related to your workplace or wealth or some promotion, hierarchies, all this is going to be seen. So Mars entering into Swati Nakshatra is also a divine, powerful placement. Then Mars enters into the nakshatra of Vishakha, which is ruled by none other than Jupiter, Brihaspati. And here from the 2nd house, Jupiter is looking at the 6th house. Those who have been trying to make sure that their net worth goes up, their wealth goes up, this is a beautiful time when Mars enters into Vishakha Nakshatra. Now, Mars in this chart is linked to 2 things. Number 1 is your marriage and relationships, and number 2 is your foreign settlement and foreign. Now, it is activating by looking at the 9th house. That is the house related to a far place, like a distant place with a different culture. And 12th house is also related to foreign settlement. Now, those people who have been thinking of foreign settlement, as soon as Jupiter's energy is received by Mars here, like in Vishaka Nakshatra, Mars becomes extremely favorable, and there can be possibility of you settling or getting some immigration news related to a foreign country. Sudden travels may happen, and this travel will be in your favor. Very, very beautiful transit of Mars happening for all the Taurus ascendant people. Only one thing, enemies may come very hidden. So someone who's standing with you right now may show that they are very good friends. So I told you the whole pattern of Mars transiting from 13th of September till 27th of October is around the placement of your research. Everything. Don't believe in anything here. Do lot of research before getting to a point where you say, okay, now I agree to this. Okay. All the best. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe so that you and we can be connected together and learn about this beautiful science of divine science of the gods. Thank you. 20th of September onwards, Rohit ji starting his beautiful astrology classes in Hindi. So those who are Hindi viewers can hear it. Really join this and take a very great advantage of this 1-year course. All the best. Gemini rising. Now here, when we talk about Gemini, we will see that Mars here rules the 11th house of your gains. And Mars also rules the 6th house of your health and workplace, coming to the 5th house. Now see, Mars was in the 4th house. Sudden problems in your home, because it is a negative, it was not a very great place of Mars to be, and it was aspected by Saturn. Sudden home related problems, fridge getting bad, AC getting bad, home, some expenses are coming here. And I have a Gemini ascendant, my very dear friend who is in Toronto. She's like, Akash, my flooring is bad, my AC is bad today, my this is bad today, my that is bad. So the thing is that a lot of problem was going on because of Mars was here, but now Mars has finally taken a step ahead. In the 4th house, your mother's health must have been also gotten a little bit of challenged when Mars was here. In fact, you would also get some kind of pain in the chest area, or sometimes your blood pressure, etc., could have been detected during this time. So this is all because of Mars that was in the sign of Virgo, but now it is now moving to the sign of Gemini. Oh, sorry, moving to the sign of Libra. Now, Mars entering into Libra, especially the 6th house, Lord 12th from itself, it means end of enemies. Those who have been struggling for debt-related problems, they will see that now they're getting new and new areas or creative ideas to remove the debt from their life. Mars aspecting the 8th house, I always say whenever there is any relationship between the 5th and the 8th house, it's a kind of a lottery kind of a place. It does not mean that you are winning a lotto max. It means that there is possibility that lottery like situation somewhere where you never expected that I am going to get a speculative gain from here, that is coming in your way. Mars looking at the 11th house with the 7th aspect means a lot of partnership from your social area. So from your social circle, from your friends and family, you may see that people may be coming and saying that, okay, you know what, we want to start something with you, let's partner up. That is what exactly is happening. But Mars is putting an aspect on the 8th aspect on the 12th house, where we have to be extra careful. Now, what happens? This 12th house, always we have to remember, is expenses. Sometimes if you don't do your research properly, expenses will be coming on your head. Later, people will say, oh, I never said that I'm going to take any the cost of this and that and whatnot. So before making any commitments, you have to be very, very extremely careful. From your workplace, you will see that now a lot of support you're going to get, because Mars very soon is going to be entering into the 6th house. Whenever a planet will do a transit in the previous house, it starts giving results of the next house also, because Mars will be approaching there for till 27th of October. It will be approaching very fast. Here it is receiving the 5th aspect of Jupiter also. So those people who are thinking of childbirth, what a beautiful time. This is a time to do action so that childbirth happens. If you're thinking of IVF, if you're thinking of anything to do with children, childbirth, please go for it. Jupiter gives power, and see 11th house Lord coming here gives an indication that if you have tried once, not happened, second time not happened, third time yes, now this is the third time trying thing, because now it will happen in a very beautiful manner. So childbirth also very nice. Love life also. See, Mars is a little bit of aggressive planet, and in the sign of Libra, it tries to balance its fierce nature, because the nature of Libra is love and balance. Mars is a fierce planet. So here lot of balance you will have to do in the love and romantic relationships. Also, when it comes to education, you may have to do a lot of balance here. Sometimes only aggression will not work. We have to be more creative. We have to be more adjusting to the situation. This is what is happening. But good time for people who are in studies, education. Very, very beautiful time. Now, one more thing here. Mars will enter into Swati Nakshatra on 23rd of September. Now, Swati Nakshatra is Nakshatra of Rahu, who is transiting exactly 5th from Rahu, 5th from Mars right now. So, from the placement of Rahu, Mars is sitting 5th because Rahu was retrograde, and on the other side from Mars also, Rahu is sitting 5th. That means gain, speculative gain in share and stock market, and that also signifies the 7th aspect of Mars. It is on the 11th house. That means gains is coming for sure. But expenses will also be there, either for your children, either for anything that has to do with travel, sudden travels. Expenses will be there, but income will also rise during this time. Mars enters into Vishakha Nakshatra, Nakshatra of Jupiter, aspected by Jupiter from the Lagna here. This is the time to go for beautiful, yoga related to childbirth, education, new admissions, education, going for new startups, registering new startups. See, 13th of October is where the Pitta Paksh, everything must have ended, so you can do awesome in a very beautiful way. Register everything. It will be such a pleasant time for you to start new things, give new interviews, start getting for more work. Workplace wise, you will get a lot of support from your seniors, from your people who are reporting towards you. See, fifth house is also seen for the employees working under you. You will get a lot of support from them also. Such a beautiful transit of Mars. See, in the sign of Libra, when Mars comes, that means it balances your, your aggression. So aggression balance means you will take right decisions. All the very best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. I would like to always see you, and please comment below and let us know your feedback. uh, Whatever we try to do is that we try to put more and more information to you, so that while you're reading about your own self, you also start learning that, okay, how this house reacts, how this planet acts here. So that is a very collective effort from our side to make sure. Rohit ji said that, Akash, whenever you're doing, give more information related to that house, so that people, they can learn also very beautifully. We are not saying we are very big masters, but whatever we have learned, we are trying to give it to you, so that you can make the best of it for your children, for people who you will see chart and stuff like that. Do subscribe. Thank you so much. Very, very wonderful, for you to give your presence here. Cancer, Karka Lagna. When we talk about Cancer ascendant people here, we will see that Mars, the Yoga Karaka, is coming into the Kendra. Such a beautiful placement of Mars, your 5th house Lord, your 10th house Lord in in Kendra placement, aspected by Jupiter. What do we need more? Such a powerful time for Cancer ascendant people, and especially if you are thinking of buying a property, finalizing a property, changing a house, rental properties, stuff like that. It is going to be such beautiful time for you. Now, while Mars is transiting here, Mars was in the 3rd house for you, aspected by Saturn. It could have created slow communication that was supposed to come. Your communication must have become slow. There could have been problems that you must be facing when it comes to your neck, your shoulders, pain in those areas, suddenly feeling very, very powerless, even with Mars being in the 3rd house of Upchaya, like very powerful placement. But Mars was not in a good place. Mars was not in a good aspect of you must have taken nice new actions, new initiatives, but even that would have become very slow for you. So this is how Mars was acting for you a while ago. But now Mars entering into the Kendra, being a Kendra Lord, oh, what a powerful placement. Especially in your home area, you will get a lot of support from your spouse. Your spouse is going to do so good during this time. If your spouse is not having a job, or there is some challenges with the spouse, you will see that now more support of your stars are being given to your spouse, because of the 4th aspect of Mars, that is an exalted aspect on your 7th house. So your spouse is going to get real powerful support from your stars. And those who are in any business related to partnership, their partner also gets support. So if you're not getting contracts, things are not working in the right area, now because your planet is transiting in a beautiful way, you are going to get new contracts, negotiations, public appearances, rise in status of your career. Your social circle becomes very powerful. You make right decisions. You get people who will encourage you, empower you to do research, get into lot of things which will be related to making sure you're reaching your goal. It's a very powerful placement. Don't underestimate Mars here in this chart, especially for Cancer and Leo people. Mars is an extreme important planet. If you ignore Mars, you're ignoring your whole destiny. Mars rules everything for you. Kendra and Trikon. If it is ruling, it means it's Yoga Karaka. And here Mars is very important. Every movement of Mars makes a very big difference in your life. Either you're going through Mars Mahadasha or the Antardasha does not matter. Mars will still come in Pratyantar Dasha, Sukshma Dasha, Prana Dasha, and in that point only it has the power to give you very great results. Fourth house, real estate related matters will move forward. There's possibility of, if your mother, see, this is a little bit of challenging part. Now, because this is, 12th from the fifth house, little bit of challenge related to health of mother can happen, health of children can happen. You may feel a little bit of anxious in that area. Sometimes they may require visiting, hospitals or clinics or stuff like that. So that is where thoda sa stress, like little stress will be there. But on the area related to your home, your shift, anything related to home or vehicles will prosper, will fructify, and you will see great results during this time. Mars going into Swati Nakshatra on 23rd of September, Rahu's Nakshatra. Here, Rahu is sitting in the 8th house. Now, this is again a careful time for us to be, very vigilant. See, Rahu is not in the 8th house because it has complete power in the 8th house and it is own sign. And now, Mars entering this Nakshatra, Rahu may feel trick. So, before doing any signature related to your, for your property, for movement, for rental, any advance you are giving, any token you're giving, you have to be careful. Even for vehicles, vehicle repairs, suddenly, your vehicle will have no problem, but when you go to mechanic, he will say, oh, I did this change, that change. Some arguments like this can happen during this time. So that is careful. But still, when Moon comes here with Mars in Swati Nakshatra, both will give you Mahalakshmi Yoga, and that is the awesome yoga. I will be making a complete video on the day when Moon and Mars will be together in Swati Nakshatra between 23rd of September and 13th of October. It will be multiple times, and we do not want to miss those times. If it is raining, I will explain you in that video how we want to go about it. Okay, Rohitji, so we will make this video. Mars in Swati Nakshatra and Moon also enters into Swati Nakshatra. Mahalakshmi Yoga happening to Swati Nakshatra. How to take benefit of such beautiful placement of planets that is happening once or twice a year. So we want to make sure that no one misses this. Okay, Rohitji, and for that everyone do subscribe. Otherwise, later you will say it was uploaded, it did not know on time, this, that, whatnot. My whole WhatsApp, Samantha says it goes crazy that why he uploads so late. So please subscribe so that you get immediate idea about ki ho kya raha hai. Mars enters into the nakshatra of Vishakha. Now here, Jupiter is the other planet that rules your bhagya, your destiny. Very good. Mars entering into Vishakha Nakshatra. If there is any property related disputes, anything that is related to, challenging when it comes to, even honestly related to your emotional happiness. Sometimes we don't need all this property and all this. Is not life story going on. Emotionally, we are weak. Emotionally, we are not able to. Our subconscious mind is completely into depression kind of stuff. You will start feeling much happy. You will get some hope, some direction, some possibility of working in some direction which will be very, very favorable for you. It's a very beautiful placement of Mars for you, especially in the Kendra. Make the most of this time. Amazing time for you to, take action. Those who are working from home also, such a beautiful time. You may get more power. All the best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. It's a genuine request. Thank you. And let's move to Leo. Now, if you look at Mars here, Mars was in the second house. That means expenses must have been on the crazy side in the past 1.5 month, 2 months. Expenses must be going crazy. And I know I am a Leo ascendant. Expenses crazy. Day and night, it was like, for me, it was speaking, health problems, challenges, everything that you can imagine. But now, what happens here? See, Mars goes to an Upchaya house, third house. When we talk about malefics with very good results in third house, sixth house, 8th house, 10th house, 11th house, 12th house. Third house, 6th house, 10th house, 11th house are Upchaya houses. 6th house, 8th house, and 12th house are Dushtanas. This means that whenever a malefic like Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, Mars, they come here, they have the ability to fight very, very hard. Now, for Leo ascendant people, Mars is in very, very powerful placement that come whatever may, I will take action. And this is the time to be absolutely action oriented, to set up new big goals, to set up great, expectations from your own self. from your destiny, that okay, now destiny has to support me, because ninth house lord is in the third house, exactly opposite. Destiny will be in your control. You are sitting in a place right now and looking at your destiny, that how you want to shape it. You're looking at your career, you're looking at your workplace, that okay, what changes do I need to do, what actions do I need to take, and this is the right time to take actions. Those who are going through Mars Mahadasha Antarjit, like me, I'm going through Mars Mahadasha. It is a time for strategy. Third house is the house of skills, strategies. So this is a time to build new strategies. This is a time to learn or get into higher education, learn something big, learn something new. Mars aspecting your sixth house with the fourth aspect, it's an exalted aspect. That means in your workplace, you will get every damn support possible. Those who have been willing to apply for a loan, or those loans are getting rejected, this is the time that that loan will also happen for you, if you are expecting anything, any loans or anything like that. If you are having a very tough time in your workplace and no support was coming to you, this is the time that support from the workplace will also come. Such a powerful placement of Mars. Only thing you have to be careful about is Mars is the lord of the fourth house, sitting 12th from itself. Health of mother can become a little bit of cause of concern during this time, and short distance travel to a longer place may be very hectic as well. But it may happen. See, fourth house lord sitting 12th from itself also means ghar wapasi. And Rohit, see that what a coincidence. 13th September this is happening. 15th September I'm going to India for a month. For till 26th of October. See, 26th of October, I will be coming back, and 27th of October only. Rohit, how it is happening? Either some luck is there, or I don't know. See, 13th of September, 26th. Exactly, this is my travel time. Third house, short distance travel, short term travel. मेरे साथ तो भाई generic also goes very well. I don't even have to see, because I'm going through Mars Mahadasha Antardasha. So why will it not happen? So some travel is also seen for all the Leo ascendant people. There is also possibility of, uniting with siblings, getting to younger siblings may help you during this time. So beautiful. Mars enters into two nakshatras. One nakshatra is the nakshatra of Swati Nakshatra, is the nakshatra related to Rahu. It is sitting in the seventh house. Now Rahu is a little bit of notorious planet, and here in the seventh house, third house, some communication gap between you and your spouse or you and your business partner can create misunderstandings. So we want to be very open and transparent in communication. Don't hide anything. Whatever it is on your face, and this is how it should be taken forward. That is number one advice. Secondly, on 13th of October, Mars will enter into Vishakha Nakshatra. Now, Vishakha Nakshatra is Nakshatra of Jupiter. Jupiter is in the 11th house, looking at the third house. That means if you are in any business related, that relates social circle, that relates social media, that relates writing, journalism, anything to do with media, entertainment, anything to do in terms of research, anything to do in terms of we can also say human resources, people's management, supply chain, hospitality, you will see a major growth in your work scenario as well. Also, Mars, I am forgetting, Mars is going into the nakshatra of Swati. Those people who are in IT and have lost their job, it's a very great time for looking for a job again, because seventh house means status, and Mars is Yoga Karaka. Yoga Karaka means very important planet. Here, with proper research and proper direction, that you need to take, your 6th house and 10th house are both active with the 4th and the 8th aspect of Mars. That means there is a possibility of getting new job, new work, new interviews, new everything new in your workplace can happen. Do more and more and more research, and if you're going for an interview, go very prepared. Your destiny is in your favor. Okay, all the very best. I am so happy that this transit is happening. I am also Leo. Great time to also invest into property, invest into land, invest into agriculture, invest into buying of seeds. Like I'm buying, that's why I'm saying I'm buying seeds, because I want to grow, what is that called, Rohiji? Microgreens in my house now. I've learned new trick to do microgreens and eat fresh microgreens. All the best. Careful about your health, especially in your shoulder area, in your neck area. There can be some stiffness, suddenly some kind of sleeping, and then you're like, oh my God, what happened to my neck or my shoulders, shoulder freezing. These are the kind of things, negative things that Mars can do here in the third house. But otherwise, beautiful, amazing placement for all the Leo ascendant people. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments, and those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. And I keep saying subscribe. No one does. थोड़ा ऐसा शर्म के मारे ही कर लो कि ओके यार, लेट्स डू इट, चल, लेट्स गिव हिम सम भीख. Okay, all the best, take care. 20th of September onwards, Rohit ji starting beautiful astrology classes, 1 year of Hindi classes. So for that, you can contact here. And Rohit ji is very dedicated when it comes to education. So he will give you absolute wonderful gyan. All the best. Virgo rising. Now here, when we look, Mars 13th of September will enter into the sign of Libra, second house. Mars was into the Lagna, the 8th house lord in the Lagna. Oh, lot of hidden things must have come out. In the past 2 months, you must have seen that lot of secrets came out, lot of people who really backstabbed you or who were not, where your secret enemies may have come on surface. In fact, lot of communication suddenly you must have come across that, oh my god, such. So Mars in the first house in Virgo shows you the real picture of people around you. That is exactly what Mars job was. Your effort, because it was Saturn was putting an aspect here on Mars and Saturn is retrograde, so whatever effort you were putting must have not been, materializing or converting. But now this is a beautiful time. Some beautiful things are going to happen to all the Virgo ascendant people. Let's talk in a detail by detail to understand how Mars is going to be working for you. See, Mars is in the second house. Second house, the major area of second house is related to do with finance, money, family, and status. Okay, Mars here is the lord of the third house. Communication is going into the house of speech. So your speech becomes the major focus. This is the time that your speech is the one that will either make you or break you. So we don't want to be very aggressive during this time because of Mars in the second house. Second house can make you fiery speech. We don't want that. And since Mars will enter into the nakshatra of Swati, Rahu's nakshatra, it can be a little bit of notorious. And in the workplace, you can show a little bit of attitude or sometimes even aggression, which is not acceptable. But what is acceptable? Where is aggression to be shown? Is where I will explain you. Mars is looking with the fourth aspect on the fifth house. If you're in the field of education, show aggression in education, do more and more and more studies. If you're in right now, in the field related to do with stock market, share market, show aggression there. If you're in a romantic partnership, show aggression in that area. Try to make it from romantic partnership to a permanent partnership. That is that kind of an option. And this is a very good time for investments, money gains, like also money that has been stuck from the past may come to surface here. This is a very powerful placement of Mars. Remember, this Mars is getting a direct fifth aspect of Jupiter on itself. That means this is a very beautiful placement of Mars in the second house, receiving aspect of Jupiter. Here, the courage and the ambition, the more and more courage, the more and more ambition you show, Jupiter gives expansion here, because soon enough, on 13th of October, Mars will enter into the Vishaka Nakshatra. Nakshatra ruled by Jupiter, and give you such great powerful possibility, because Kendra Lord Nakshatra, right? It is going to help you with building fixed assets. That means you can pay consideration into real estate or buying gold or silver, something to do with family. Inheritance wise, see, Mars is looking at the 8th house. Inheritance is also here. So if there is any situation going on, inheritance, or anywhere where you're requiring money from your family, you may get a lot of help during this time. Mars is putting the 8th aspect of the 9th house. So before getting into higher education or before giving your philosophical knowledge to other people, do a lot of research. Otherwise, sometimes it can be on the surface and people can make fun of you, which is not good, and I don't like it. People should not make fun of anyone. But sometimes half knowledge is a problem, and then people can make a lot of fun of you. Now, here, understand one more thing. Mars, whenever second house and fifth house have any kind of combination, second house and ninth house have any kind of, sometimes destiny wise, some great money comes. So please try to be more creative, try to look for more opportunities. Don't sit idle, don't waste your time on social media, reels, this, that, whatnot. Just focus more and more on ideas, development, startup ideas, talking to people, speaking to people, opening up, discussing your ideas, taking feedback, doing more research. This is the theme of this transit of Mars in the second. And those who are going through Mars Mahadashantar Dasha, this theme will be absolutely fitting the right point for Virgo ascendant people. I should not repeat, but do subscribe. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. For that also, I will be able to see you on the other side. So all the very best, very, very best for all the Virgos. And very nice placement of Mars, especially the aspect of Jupiter makes it, shine. This Mars is red, now it will shine like gold. That is how powerful this Mars is becoming. All the very best. Now Libra, for you guys, you will see that Libra, Mars will come into your ascendant only. Such beautiful placement of Mars. Kendra Lord in the Kendra. It is a Maraka. It is a Maraka. That means it can create some Mrityu Tulya Kashta. That means death-like situations. And that does not mean that we are dying of health only. Death in business, death in job, death in status, death in relationship. All this where things can end. Mars is that kind of a person. But when the Kendra Lord comes to the Kendra, it gets lot of directional power. Especially here, it gets the power from Jupiter, because Jupiter is aspecting this. And here Mercury and Jupiter are the one who give their lot of strength, show their lot of strength here. Jupiter aspecting this place from the ninth house means your destiny will be controlled by your actions during this time. Now see the placement of Mars in the Lagna. You yourself will be the person who will have to take all the burden of all the people on yourself and move forward. This is not a time to just sit and relax. This is a time to fight, have a war. Front foot war on your workplace is what I think you should be doing. Extreme research, if you're in any medical field, IT, AI, analytical field, extreme research, going into lot of research abilities or showing your research abilities are very good, because you will find something very great. With Mars coming into and looking at the fourth house, very good time to finalize real estate, or if you're thinking of any land, property, buying anything, selling anything. What a great time to make profit during this time. Mars looking at the seventh house, what a great time to get into partnerships, new partnerships. Yeah, with the existing partnership, if you are signing any documents, Mars is also looking at the eighth house, which is the sign of Venus only. So we want to be very careful. We don't want to come into illusion of not knowing things. Do our research properly and then do a signature for anything and everything. Mars, don't take Mars lightly. It is a Maraka for you. Now, when second house Lord comes 12th from itself in the first house, it sometimes gives losses of money. Now, money loss, if it is happening for helping your partner, if it is helping for buying a property, that is not loss, that is investment. But money loss happens. In such cases, I suggest to do loss yourself. There is one very good. See, Mars rules two signs, right? A fire sign of Aries and a water sign of Scorpio. It is sitting 12th from the water sign, Scorpio. So what we want to do here during this time, take some coins, and put it into water body. So that loss already happened. Mars, the money has reached the bottom of the bed of the river or the ocean or wherever it is. Throw some coins in the water. Lal Kitab, the red book says that do 43 coins, but I suggest that do 1 or 2 coin also. At least you have shown Mars that okay, money loss happened and money went into the water. That means money, wherever it will go, it will have no use during this time. So not a great time to buy new things, invest into things. When it's come to real estate or not, buy all that, because Mars ka essence is that. But when it comes to buying of, example, you're buying a new phone, you're buying a new camera, you're buying new any kind of equipments, unnecessary laptops and all, just for the sake of it. That's not a great time for such things. Anything that has to do with, also one important thing which I was, when I was doing this, I was remembering, Mars is going to be entering into the nakshatra of Swati, and here it is looking at three important places from the Lagna to the fourth house. Those women who are thinking of doing their any kind of, chest related some treatment or something like that, even any cosmetic treatment related to your tummy tuck or whatever you do. Nowadays there are so many things, lip job, this job, that job. Try to be avoid such things during this time when Mars is in Libra, because second house Lord in the 12th from itself can create some problem. Dental issues, if there is not too much, like if there is no pain and you want to do some dental thing, then also avoid it during this time. Let Mars enter into the sign of Scorpio, then do it next time after 27th of October. Otherwise, there will be problems. See, Mars is going to enter into nakshatra of Rahu. Rahu is right now in the fifth house. Fifth house is also seen as stomach, also seen as children. So it can create some. Even if your children are doing something, tell them no, stop. Don't do this surgery. This is a stupid. Don't do any lip job, any chest breast job, any tummy tuck, any cosmetic thing, don't do it during this time. Absolutely important. Mars entered into Swati Nakshatra into Rahu's Nakshatra, good for speculative gain, like it is good for money because it is the dispositor of that Nakshatra sitting in the fifth house of your share and stock market, creativity, children. So even gains from children will be there. And then Mars enters into Vishakha Nakshatra, Rohiji. This is a nakshatra of Jupiter, where Jupiter from the ninth house is looking at Mars. So your destiny becomes very powerful, very balanced. The approach should not be extremely violent during this time because some people may be very dominating when it comes to their spouse. Or and Libra ascendant, you generally are the most balanced people in the world. You're so great people, so you should not be doing something which can create some challenges in your or extra dominance over your spouse or your partner. All the best, guys. I will see you in the next video. For that, do subscribe. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Those who are watching the video for the first time, again, do subscribe. All the best. Scorpio. Now, Mangal Devta is the Lagna Lord, going 12th from itself. That is first thing that comes to your mind is foreign travel. There can be lot of travel triggering. Now, see, Mars before this period was in the what do you say 11th house for you. So there must have been some disturbance in your social circle. Income loss also happened. Sorry for this, but it was aspected by Jupiter. Some income loss, some problem in the social circle. Suddenly, travel must have already been booked before only, and you may be traveling now or already on travel. That is what can happen here. But in the social circle, you must have faced a little bit of difficulty, and that is because of Mars in the sign of Libra, in the sign of Virgo. Now, Mars comes to the 12th house. In its own ascendant, it makes a Vipreet Raja Yoga in the 12th house. That means number one thing it will do is that it will bring all the people who are giving you a lot of trouble on surface and show you the real hidden enemies that you have. The people you were trusted the most, the people you were relying on the most, you will find out that, oh my God, these were the people who were trying to betray me. Health wise, those who are going through a very tough time, especially muscle related problem, bone related problem, because what do you say, Mars will be looking at the third house, and third house is the muscles related to your neck and in your shoulder. All these problems, they may get solved. You may get a lot of possibility of getting solved, but it may not solve so easily unless until Mars is in the cusp of entering into the sign of Scorpio on 27th of October 2025. It will not solve it. So it may continue, but you may get more relief. That's what I can say. Those who are having a lot of trouble related to enemies, those who are wondering about their visa for a foreign travel, their settlement papers, their any passport, everything will come, and government related things will be very, very smooth for you guys. Mars aspecting the third house can also say that your siblings may be traveling abroad. There can be possibility that you and your sibling may come together, and there may be some, some more things to do, like, maybe collaboration in some way. Or if there is any problem in your sibling, some losses, or there was no touch, here you will come back in touch. Mars looks at the sixth house here. Now, sixth house is the house that is related to your workplace, your health. Not a very great placement of Mars is the Vipreet Rajyog. That means there can be problems in the workplace. People can play politics against you, but finally the victory will be yours because Mars is making a Vipreet Rajyog. It means that challenge in the beginning and later it will be very powerful. And Mars is also looking at the seventh house. This means eighth aspect on the seventh house means health of your spouse has to be taken care. There can be sudden ups and downs in the health of the spouse. There can be challenges when it comes to partnership or signing new contracts. It may be coming to the last moment, but it may delay because of your less research. So be very extremely research oriented during this time. Mars enters into Swati Nakshatra, Nakshatra of Rahu. Rahu is in the fourth house, in the 12th house. There can be sudden expenses that can come related to your home or for your family, for your mother. That's okay as long as the expenses are taking care of the current situation, because without expenses, how can life work? Life has to have expenses. So you will see that Secondly, some expenses related to your real estate or property related expenses may also come. But after that, 13th of October onwards, when Mars enters into Vishaka Nakshatra, expansion in foreign country. If you are an immigrant in a foreign country, you will see such good expansion, getting job offers from a foreign country, your status getting improved in a foreign country, because it is receiving the fifth aspect of Jupiter from the eighth house. So all the sudden things which are supposed to happen for your betterment will happen in the most positive possible way. Samjhe? All the best, guys. I hope that this transit brings a lot of clarity, lot of great things for you. And I will see you in the next video. Till then, do subscribe. And there is this Mars and Moon video which we are doing, which is related to Mars and Moon coming into Swati Nakshatra only 2 times in a year, which is Mahalakshmi Yoga happening. In that time, special yantra can be drawn, lot of great things can be happening. So I will discuss everything with you. Okay? All the best. Now here, let's Rohiji starting one beautiful classes 28th of September onwards. Astrology classes, it's in Hindi, so everyone can join. All the super best. Sagittarius ascendant. Now here, Mars is transiting into Libra into the 11th house for a very long time in the last 1.5 2 months. You must have seen that Mars was in the 10th house for you guys in the sign of Virgo. Now Virgo, it was getting aspect of Saturn. Now it must have, it's not that bad, but it must have created a lot of challenges when it comes to the career area. Promised promotion must have not happened. There could have been challenges when it comes to people, especially from targeting you related to your creativity. May must have put you on what you said, performance review kind of stuff also. That must have happened here, because here it was shown the fifth house lord, creativity lord, was got in the 10th house and was not in good condition. It was afflicted. In that case, Mars was not, it was not, it's not like not performing, but it was not trying to get into the right scenario because of receiving the retrograde Saturn's aspect. Things must have become slow in your workplace. Now see how powerful things become, because fifth house lord has gone to the 11th house. Now your creativity, your partnerships, your people around you are going to give you such great support that it will be so wonderful, so beautiful for you. You will see that there is maximum support that will come from your elder siblings, or people who are in your workplace and you consider them as elder brothers, sisters, or from the past also your colleagues are going to be very very much supporting. Or maybe there can be instances where someone has gone a job in some other place and they will say, there is an opening here, come and join here and stuff like that. So such kind of things are all you are going to hear during this time. Still, we don't want to be very happy. Mars is the 12th house lord sitting 11th from itself, 12th from itself. Sometimes in travel in foreign countries, or while traveling to a foreign country or in transit, there can be some losses. Expenses suddenly coming for children can create panic in your life, that what the hell, or how am I going to do so much expenses for the children. Children may be traveling abroad during this time. Children may be on their verge of completing a goal, buying a property, for example. You may have to help them, so expenses have come, right? That kind of expenses may come. Sometimes expenses can also come, Rohiji, that is related to their love life. These are the little bit of challenging things. But when we talk about good things, Mars in this is so powerful, being the fifth house lord going to the 11th house. Speculative gains are on your way. Your stock and share market will show green sign only. Why? Because Mars is putting the exalted aspect on the second house. Now, second house and fifth house and 11th house are making a triangle here, if you see. They are all connected during this time. And on top of that, from the Kendra, Mars is receiving the aspect of the Lagna Lord. Mars is receiving aspect of Jupiter. Gains from partnership also, gains from workplace also. Everything that was stopped for you, you are not getting any support. Now you will get such immense support that I can't even express how I feel about this time. Very very amazing, very very powerful, very beautiful placement of Mars for you guys this time. And the special aspect of the eighth aspect of the sixth house. So in one thing is very important to be careful. See, 12th house lord is putting aspect on the sixth house. Here we need to be very careful about the health. Smallest to smallest health problems that is coming right now have to be given more and more weightage. You have to make sure that you give absolute 100% what is a consideration to your health. If you don't give support to your health now, or if you don't research in the health area that okay, this problem has come, I should completely get it mitigated, then when Mars goes to the 12th house and directly aspect with the 7th aspect on the 6th house, there can be challenges. So we want to make sure that absolute power we want to show when it comes to your Mars and when it comes to the area related to health. Your daily work and routine also needs to be in very much focus. In the workplace, before making any commitment, please do a lot of research. Otherwise, they can turn against you as your enemies. Mars is entering into two nakshatras during this time, Rohit. It is entering into Swati Nakshatra, the nakshatra ruled by Rahu. Now look at Rahu is in the third house. In the those who are in any field related to communication, social media, social human resources, hospitality, IT, especially in technology, AI, they will see such great progress. They will see new job offers, possibility, great progress during this time. Such a beautiful time for Sagittarius ascendant people. Then Mars will enter into Vishaka Nakshatra, with the nakshatra of Jupiter. Now Jupiter is looking at Mars here with the exalted with the fifth aspect. So what does this mean? This means that Mars is also looking with the seventh aspect on the fifth house. Jupiter is looking with the fifth aspect. It is great time for childbirth, planning of a childbirth. It is great time for getting into love, commitment, affairs, making it public, making it saying yes, let's go ahead, let's get married, let's do some mangal. Mangal karo. Mangal means something good. And also it means that partnership is going to be very great for you. There is possibility of you getting some great opportunities from partnership and get gains from partnerships. So make the most of this time. All the very best. There is a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to talk to me, and do subscribe because that gives me more power. That is my exalted. I feel exalted when subscription happens. तुम्हारे लिए तो free है. You have to just come and just hit one subscribe button. It is free for you. Not even have to charge, give any money. For me, I have to see, do presentation, work, put arrows, talk, tell Rohitji, please let's come. Rohitji says, okay, Akashji, I'm coming. He has to wait for 1 hour to just listen to me. You guys are just coming, getting cooked food. उसके लिए तो just subscribe. All the best. Thank you. Capricorn. Now, when we talk about Capricorn here, Mars is entering into the sign of Libra. Now, Mars here is the lord of the Kendra and the lord of the 11th house. So after Venus, Mars is a second good planet in your birth chart, in this chart. And here Mars has such dominance over Capricorn ascendant that I can't even say. See, in the sign of Capricorn, Mars becomes exalted. Here Mars looks at its own house, also looks at the Capricorn sign with the fourth aspect and shows exalted results for them. This is a time to take real action. Real action means actually fight for something. If you have any dreams, desires, please go for it. You should not wait here at all. You should fight, you should go. If this is related to education, if it is related to relocation, if it is related to your own personality development, you should take bold steps during this time. See, overall, when Mars was in the 9th house, you must have felt a little bit of, isolated when it comes to your social circle and isolation, because Mars was putting an aspect on the 12th house. So it would have been a little bit of isolated time. It would have been time where government related things may be pushing, maybe having a lot of, delays, sometimes double, triple time work. So because it was here and Saturn was aspecting, so everything was, your destiny was slow. But now it is in Kendra and it is in the 10th house. It gets directional strength. For you guys, you should not forget the basic principle of astrology. Mars gets directional. Mars and Sun gets Digbal in the 10th house. If by any chance you're going through Mars Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar, Sukshma, Pranadasha, any layer of Mahadasha, that is the time to take proper, powerful action in every aspect of your life, because it is putting an aspect on the ascendant. Ascendant is every damn aspect of your life. If it is childbirth, this is the time. If it is buying of a property or investing into real estate, selling of a real estate, this is the time. If it is a time that is related to doing some construction in your home, this is the time. You should take bold actions that, okay, now I will do it. I don't care about what will happen. I have money, I don't have money. I have the power to just do it, and Mars will take care of everything else. During this time, there are two transits as well of Mars. These are transiting into Swati Nakshatra and Vishaka Nakshatra. Now, Swati Nakshatra is Nakshatra of Rahu. Just imagine the dispositor of this nakshatra is in the second house of wealth, and in its own sign. If Rahu has an aspect, just consider for 1 minute Rahu has an aspect. Rahu will put the ninth aspect here on Mars in that case. So, what are we expecting? Improvement in status, getting of power. Our net worth goes up, our bank balance goes up when Mars enters into Swati Nakshatra, and especially when Mars and Moon will conjoin in Swati Nakshatra. When Mars and Moon will come here together in the same degree at Swati Nakshatra, such a beautiful time to manifest wealth. For that, I have asked Rohitji and the team that we will prepare a video of very important date when Mars and Moon are in Swati Nakshatra. And by chance, if it rains that time, oh my God, you can't expect that what beauty water that is, and that water is like more precious than gold, which has become $5,185 an ounce. So expensive in Canada. Very powerful statement that Mars is going to give you great money, and it is going to come, and you will see. You are here, I am also here. If it does not happen, comment below and let me know. Kuch nahi hua. You have to be in Mars, Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar, Sukshma or Prana. And if Mars, Antardasha, Pratyantar, and Mars and Moon comes, then that is to your luck, man. Let's hope for the very much best here. Mars enters into Vishakha Nakshatra. Now it is a nakshatra ruled by, Jupiter. Jupiter is in the 6th house, looking at the 10th house. Progress in workplace happens during this time. Expansion in workplace happens. Authority in workplace. Secure job. Security in workplace happens during this time. So overall, such a beautiful time for you. I don't want to be nice. I told you where you have to take care also. All the very best. Thank you. Do subscribe. I will see you in the next video. There is a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to talk to me. All the best. Aquarius. Now, when we look at Aquarius here, Mars was into the 8th house for you guys, right? And Mars was the 10th house lord. So, job loss, challenges in workplace, lot of ups and downs in those areas. Designation promised but did not happen. Some people communicated and some contract was supposed to come that did not come. All things delay. Why? Because it was receiving an aspect of Saturn. Now Mars is going to the 9th house. This is the Bhagyastan. Mars here rules Kendra, that means the 10th house, and also the 3rd house is Upchaya. So here Mars is related to your communication. Mars is related to short distance travel. Mars is related to anything that has to do with your, what we say, siblings. And Mars is a 10th house lord. That means it is related to your workplace. Your destiny will be very powerful working for your workplace. There may be chances that you may have to travel a lot during this time because of work related issues, because 10th house lord is 12th from itself, and there can be sudden changes in your workplace, maybe for your betterment only. So these are the kind of things that you may expect. But very great time when it comes to spiritual exploration. We cannot forget in all the other things spiritual exploration. Travel to foreign country can be very good. Those who are thinking of getting some good news related to green card or PR, or we can say visas, Mars is putting an aspect on the 12th house, so that means something very great is going to come here. Benefit from siblings, especially from younger siblings, can be also seen during this time. Some kind of sudden ups and downs in your home environment that may require your attention suddenly, like expenses related to home. Sometimes expenses related to siblings also may happen. So these are the factors. Mars is sitting in the 9th house of father. So here you can see that expenses related to father can also come. And because Mars is so dominant here and looking at the 12th house, it may give you income opportunities also, but expenses can be on major rise during this time. In this whole period, education wise, if you're thinking of going to a foreign country, you may be accepted. You may get some good news related to that. If there is anyone who's related to buying of a property or doing some research related to a property or finding a property paper or any documents related to property, vehicle which has been missed in the past, you may find it as well. Communication wise, it can be fierce communication. You have to control over your anger. that is required. But on an overall level, this is a beautiful, wonderful time for all the Aquarius ascendant people. It's a great time for spiritual exploration, taking blessings of your guru, being very active to go for pilgrimage, and you will go between 13th of September till 27th of October. Expenses can also happen because of a pilgrimage. You may go to some temple or somewhere where expenses are happening. You're doing some puja homam for which expenses are happening. So such things are there, but overall very beautiful. See, Mars before this sign was in the sign of Virgo, and what happened? Mars was approaching this sign, so many people must have brought vehicles or brought new houses or shifted a rental property, buying of a new car or a new bike, or even a cycle could have happened, and which is very good because now Mars is going to give you benefit from that. All the very best. Mars enters into Swati Nakshatra, where the dispositor is sitting in the Lagna. That means your confidence will become more boosted. Very auspicious. We are going to be making a video when Mars and Moon will have a conjunction here in the Swati Nakshatra. This is the most auspicious day of 2020. What do you say? 2025. Today is 9th, Rohitji. We are making this video on 9th. And I was hearing 10,000 things. 9th, 999, the year is 9 and this will happen, that will happen. Yes, automatically if you see three countries, Japan's prime minister or president, I don't know who he is, he also resigned. Nepal had such a big problem, like whole Nepal is under fire. Then in Europe also something happened today. So these numerological things work, huh, man. Mars is very aggressive, and all the places because of aggression only things are happening. I think Spain or somewhere, some news I was listening to, that something happened. So be very careful, guys. Huh? Mars will enter into Vishaka Nakshatra, nakshatra of Jupiter. Jupiter from the fifth house is looking fifth here. This is a time of lot of commitment, also lot of love, romances, romance kind of stuff. Also, there is possibility of child planning of a childbirth. Also, you have lot of power. You can do it, and very soon after 27th of October, Mars is coming into the 10th house, and it will give you such great career progress that I don't want to jinx it right now. So let's wait for that time. Do subscribe so that you do not miss that video, and you can keep bugging that where is that video, where is that video. All the best, and there is a WhatsApp link in the description if you want to talk to me. Thank you so much. Pisces ascendant. Did you connect in water? Thank you. Pisces ascendant. Now here we see Mars is entering into the sign of Libra. When is Mars entering into the Libra? Into the sign 13th of September. Where was it? In the 7th house. Who was it aspected by? He was aspected by Saturn. Seventh aspect of Saturn. It had created some challenges in your partnership relationships. You must have felt a little bit of heaviness in the past 2 months. That my relationship wise, things are not working right. Misunderstandings, heated arguments. Also because seventh house is 10th from the 10th. You must have been promised some designation or something must not have been fulfilled. Now Mars has come to the 8th house here. 8th house is the house of sudden ups and downs. But sudden ups and downs, may ups is also there, not only downs. It's a Dushtana where planets like Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, they give very good results because they have the power to, take over difficult houses. They have the power to take over difficult houses and give very great results here. One thing which I'm be very honest, Mars is looking at the second house, which is a Maraka placement, and it is Mars's second house lord here. It can create some sudden accidents, so we want to be very careful while we are driving, especially distracted driving, talking on the phone. Mars, the 8th aspect, is going on the 3rd house. That means communication will create ups and downs in your life. So while driving, no communication, no talking on the phone, suddenly there can be some problems. Mars is looking at the 11th house here with an exalted aspect. So from your social circle, you will get lot of support, lot of help. If there is someone you want to reach out after 13th of September. You may find that person really working very hard for you and making sure that your desires and goals and wishes are complete because of this involvement that you have requested for. Mars is looking at the second house from the 8th house. Good time for investments, Rohitji. It is a very good time to, if your investment is maturing, if there is any insurance money coming, any LIs, any life insurance money coming, any mutual fund money maturing, just reinvest. Very beautiful time for you to reinvest in such time. You will see one more thing, and that one more thing is Mars putting the aspect, eighth aspect on the third house. Sudden travels, suddenly lot of travels that you may say everything was good, but tomorrow I have to travel here. I'm like, why? Oh, I don't know. Suddenly I was so asked to travel. That can happen, and you have to be very careful. I told you eighth aspect of Mars in the third house, so travel can become a little bit of pain in the, understand the word then. Also, because eighth house is the house of occult research. If you are facing any difficulty staying at a home, please get into Vastu. Try to see that Vastu thing, how the energy of the Mars can be aligned here to the Vastu energy of your house. Because this is the time to do occult practices, to do some homam puja, something related to do with Vastu. Mars is related to land and bhumi and direct, not direction. So every planet is related, but Mars is related to the bhumi. So you should get into such activities as well, and that will be very good for you. Mars will enter into Swati Nakshatra, 8th house. So if you're in a foreign country or if you're traveling, I told you have to be careful because the dispositor of the Swati Nakshatra is in the 12th house. It is good in that placement, but it can create some challenges in a foreign country, some kind of help. In fact, be very careful about robbery. If you're on a vacation or something, be very careful about your items. Later, Mars will enter into Vishakha Nakshatra. Now, this is a very good placement. Those who are in research, those who are in analytics, those who are in cybersecurity, those who are in IT, those who are in medical research, those who are in any archaeological research, those who are in oil and gas, those who are in especially AI and all this kind of new things, and fintech, finance technology. Such a great time for your research. You may be able to crack something very big, which will be giving you so much power, because after this 27th of October, Mars will go to the 9th house in its own house. And that means your destiny will be like, ta-ding, there will be a bulb in your destiny that, okay, everything is going to come to you. So this hard work, this research is going to shape something very beautiful for you in the coming months. All the best. Do subscribe. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. And 20th of September onwards, Rohit ji is starting his beautiful astrology classes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rohit ji. All the best. Take over.
Thank you very much. And I'm feeling that this transit is very positive transit. And the more thing is that in these 3-4 days from 13th to 17th, there are 3-4 transits. We are making video for that also. So keep waiting for the videos, subscribe, and for the consultations, number on the screen. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akashji, for the nakshatra based transit analysis also, so it gives us more deep insight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rohit ji. All the best. Jai Sri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Jai Ma Lakshmi. Om Namah Shivaya.